Right, so I'm recording this on the computer's webcam mic right now for a very specific reason you'll find out shortly. It's actually been a very, very long week for me this week, but I finally managed to get something I've been working on, getting 3 weeks. It's 3.5 weeks worth of pay down the drain. But it's all going to be worth it when I reveal to you this item. Now I want you to close your eyes. Fine, I'll do it for you. Ta-da! The Nintendo 3DS XL XY edition. Yes, this is 3.5 weeks worth of pay down the drain. I get paid minimum wage and I usually work about 12 hours. One week I worked 14 hours though, and that helped a lot getting this. Well, let's take a look at the box, shall we? And I'm going to be looking at this in reverse, so you'll have to excuse me. So here we have our legendaries on each side. Very nice, and you can see they're on the same side that they are on the cool little cover that we get for our Nintendo 3DS XL. The top tells you that it is, excuse my pronunciation, I haven't figured out these legendaries' name yet. Yernavis, I probably butchered that one, and Yvental Red version, which you can also see here. And oh, there was another place. Doesn't look like there's any other place. We can, so it's there and there. On this side, we just get a bit of his wing hands. You want wing hands. I want wing hands. Everybody wants wing hands. Right. So you can see the gump about it being 90% larger. That's important for larger things. No comment. Besides that, it will give you a little preview of the back. We have our 3 Kalos region starters in their original forms, and the front again, because they're very proud of that picture, darn you. That took them 20 minutes in Photoshop, and they're very proud of it. Right, and you know, our usual gump about all the apps we all know. The camera, it's 3D, the sound is not any better, although you can play Game & Watch and actually play MP3s. I don't think the DSi let that. Mies again, Street Pass, yeah, I'm so good at talking. Nintendo eShop, duh, AR cards, Space Raiders, and the internet, which I'll have to update probably. Unless they already did that for me. So thanks, really appreciate that. But we'll find out shortly now, won't we? Right, so I'll read this lovely message that we have in 3 languages. Clearly it's important. I'm going to have to do this on an angle so I can read it, and you can see it. A new dimension of entertainment. The Nintendo 3DS combines next-generation portable gaming with eye-popping 3D graphics. Unless you're using the 2DS. And that says visuals, not graphics. Without the need for special glasses. Like certain televisions, which actually really hurt my eyes. Although this has never hurt my eyes. Long story. Not really. Blah blah blah, take 3D photos, connect with friends and other players using wireless hotspots and the wireless Street Pass and Spot Pass communication modes, blah 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 blah. Well, what do you say we open up the box? So, it is 7-Up. Mr. Snip Snips, he will save us from our boxy prisons. Right, hold on, I have to figure out how to open this box. It's really difficult to do with the webcam, but I wanted to have my DS on the side, my old 3DS, for reasons of trying to show them side by side and compare and contrast different details of each. Snip Snips, help me out. This is the boring part. La-di-da. Open the box. There we go. Our box is open. And that's delightful. Right. It's been a while since I've opened one of these. Like, I can't. Oh, well. That's handy. I've lost my AR cards, so. The usual Club Nintendo gump. Yeah, nothing really here any different than it usually is, you know. So it does show the 3DS on this one. Very nice. Yeah, we like that, because that probably means I will get more games. The AR cards don't come in a cool pouch this time. I still have my pouch, but I've lost the question mark card. Yeah, I know, but I didn't really use it that much anyways. So, not really concerned, but it's nice to have these again. Although, whoever I sell my old 3DS to will probably be a bit mad about not having the question mark card. So I might let them have mine. Quick start guide. That's very important. We got change the system and turn those down. Blah blah blah. There's the system, the adapter. Oh yeah, I get a new stylus now. Blah blah. There's all this. How many pairs do I have? Take a guess. And in another language, Our lengthy Nintendo 3DS XL game system manual in 14 languages. Nah. Here's the important bit. Oh no. Oh no, don't make me get out Mr. Snip Stips again. Well, here's the new charger. I have 3 of those now. One's from ESISL, one's from a Nintendo 3DS, and the other is from, let's make sure there's nothing else on time, the other is from this now. Moment of truth. Oh. You'll have to excuse me, I have not actually held one of these. Yeah, I haven't even touched one of these, not even the ones in games. It's like, so, it's a good moment for me. It's a good moment. I just have to get it. Right, so I'm gonna get down to the business. Here's it open. Lovely. We really like that, except the little pointer off my computer monitor doesn't. The buttons, they're not, these L&R buttons aren't as clicky as the ones on the 3DS. You can see these are a lot more clicky. These feel a lot more rigid, but they feel good. Circle pad. Well, let's see how big it is. I think it might be slightly smaller. Well, they're about the same size, it seems. Yeah, I was playing Pokemon. Yeah, they're the exact same size. This one just feels different for some reason. I think it might be... Yeah, this one's a bit softer. This one's a bit harder. I think my thumbs haven't worn this one down yet. I think that's what happened here. The start, select, home buttons are now clearly defined. Power button looks really nice, but we'll save that for later. I have to get my 16GB SD. The A, B, X, Y buttons feel kind of clickier, but a lot sturdier. A lot sturdier, these buttons, which is good. And the 3D slider is about the same. SD card slot's here now. On the other system, it's here. It's got this really rubbish tray thing. Let's open this up, see how good it is. That's even worse. I don't like that at all. Luckily on this one, I'm not planning on changing the SD card. I have a big old 16GB one, and I am keeping it in there. What stylus do we get? We get bland old original stylus. Although, if you look carefully, let me try to get this close to the monitor, the nub of it is a slightly different nub than usual, which is to meet the round exterior of our Nintendo 3DS. Headphone jack is here now. It's here now. On the original 3DS, it's about here in the middle, like most DS models, which is also a weird design decision if you really think about it. All in all, system feels really, really good. Really, really good. If you want to get one, you don't really care about the price, definitely, yes, get the XL. It feels so much better. Sorry, old 3DS, but this feels really good. Like, surprisingly so. We now have a slider for volume. That should probably be noted. There's no more buttons anymore. Oh, well, they did have a slider in this one. I was thinking of the DSi's, but yeah, this slider is kind of a bit rubbish. This one actually feels a lot better on the finger, so that's really nice. Although it feels like it's got less resistance, which is kind of a bit of an issue. I suppose we should get to the part of the review here. Oh, here's the Wi-Fi, where I turn it on. But first, I'll show you the front. Very shiny. The X1 that I can't pronounce looks really good. Y looks a bit like a Japanese painting. And the back, we got our 3 starters, some silver text, a little barely visible XY, looks really good, and feels really good as well. Right, so I'm going to be right back. I'll be back with the 16GB SD, and then we'll turn it on. Ooh, a world of magic and wonder awaits once I press the power button. But I'll be right back. I've come back with my 16 GB SD card, and while I put this in, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things I've heard. Supposedly has a longer battery life than the, come on, piece of rubbish. Original 3DS. It's supposed to have a longer battery life. They give us 4 GB this time instead of the original 2. That would have been helpful. When I bought that, this would have been helpful. So yeah, that's really a plus. Like I said, the buttons feel really sturdy. It feels amazing compared to the original. I mean, I love my original 3DS, but this feels a lot better. And it has this cool design. So now that I put in my 16 GB SD, oh, I should note that the screen does not snap as far back anymore. This is as far back as I can snap the screen before it does that. Which kind of worries me. It's just the noise. I think it's okay, but the noise it makes kind of worries me. This just kind of snaps back on its own half the time. I can't even put it up like that. Well, I can, but it doesn't have a snap point. There's a snap point back here. That's how you know it's open. So I think this is just designed to have 2 different systems. I'm going to stop doing that before it freaks me out. Right, so we're going to turn this on. I'm going to let you gaze upon its beauty. We will go on this journey together. I'm going to come around to the front of the camera. We want it in English. This is an English channel. Check the depth slider. This is a boring bunch of system gump. You've probably seen this before. Activate the 3D. And here's where it tries to blow your mind. Whoa, it's popping out, except I'm looking at it at the wrong angle and you're looking at it on YouTube, so it doesn't make the slightest bit of difference. We'll just keep it on. I don't remember today's date. Who do you think I am? People who keep track of dates and such. It's the 11th, I think. 11/5, I want to say. No, it's 6. Okay. It's about. Oh, what does the clock over there say? Oh, okay. I have a clock in this room. Silly me. It's about 5. Yeah. There we go. Date and time have been saved. Yeah. Okay, there it is up there. If you can see that, it's very bright. I don't think my webcam likes that. Tell you what, I'm going to skip this boring part, and I'll be back. And so I've been fooling around with it. I turned down the brightness finally, just so you could actually see the screen. And I gotta say, it feels really, really good in the hand. The bottom feels nice and smooth. I mean, not that the other 3DS didn't, but it feels like a lot smoother and a lot better. It's really, really good. Also, let's get rid of this safety regulation. Nobody likes him. We'll put him there. You stay over there, and no one will ever see you in your entire life. Excellent! I'm sure there's probably a 5-hour update available for this, but we're not really going to deal with that. About the last thing I can do is I kind of wanted to do this. We're going to see side-by-side comparison. Both the systems, when we light them up, we're going to see that. I want to see if it's any brighter or if it's about the same brightness as the original 3DS, which I put a skull on mine for Halloween. I've saved my Pokemon game, so right. So here's both the systems side by side at minimal brightness with power save mode on. Hold on. I don't think this is an accurate test. There. Now you have something to look at the XL. Right. And now we're gonna turn both up to power mode 2. Power mode 3. I think I'm noticing this one's actually brighter right now, it seems, from where I'm at the time. Power mode 4. See, this one seems to still be winning out, which is very strange. And power mode 5. Okay. It might just be the angle I'm at. I feel like this one's brighter, but this one might actually be the brighter one. Oh, there we go. I turned off 3D. I don't know, I feel like that's actually brighter. It might just be because of the angle I'm at. Hold on. No, it was the angle. This is actually brighter. Alright, just to prove it, let's turn off power save and see. Sorry, I went on the camera there. I think this might be brighter. Not entirely certain on that. But that's not really a big deal because they're about the same brightness, which basically means you shouldn't have any problem playing a game if you're able to play on this. Unless you have really small hands, then you might have an issue. Right, so let's turn that back on so you can actually see any of the gump I'm doing on the screen. We'll say that too. I'll say vote on. Well, I guess we can keep it off for that. I'm going to plug it in later anyways. Go away, please. Good job. Thank you for being a good prop. I don't think there's really anything left to say. It's the same old 3DS, but bigger, better, and nicer feeling. I mean, these buttons, these are such an improvement over the previous model. That's about the best I can say. The buttons here are great. These buttons, like I said, are kind of clicky. These ones are a lot less clicky, so if you're trying to be quiet, that's good. And the circle pad feels kind of less numbed down than my last one. So overall, really good system. Would I recommend it? Do you plan on playing your 3DS a lot? If yes, yes. Well, unless you're kind of poor and want to save money, then I'd recommend getting the old model, because it's about $60 cheaper, does all the same things, and has about the same size of the screen as the 2DS. I would not, however, recommend that. Not because of my own prejudice reasons, but mainly because I think the button layout looks like it's going to be very uncomfortable, especially if you try to play Kid Icarus Uprising. That's hard enough to play on this. Can you imagine playing it on the 2DS? 2 words. Not possible. Right. So, 3DS XL, really good. 3DS, also really good. 2DS, mildly good. And that's all I have to say on that. What do you have to say, birds? What do you have to say? Don't you mock me. I'll come in there. Don't test me. I will come in there. I will tear you up and make you into cat food for my cats.